And we're back live at our parade watching some of the cars from the Kettle Moraine Model T and Vintage Car Club as they go by our vantage point here. We're located at the corner of Main and 3rd Street in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. We're watching the Fond du Lac, Wisconsin Sesquicentennial Parade celebrating 150 years since the first people settled in Fond du Lac. It comes along and seeing some of the people alongside the route, the parade, watching them.
Do we have any idea of how many total entrants are in this parade?
No, I really don't. K-Civic, as I said, has been just super, along with Bob Peterson, helping us. In fact, she was calling my house as late as last night, giving me entries. I really don't know. We have about, I would say, we have about 150 entries on our sheet that we put together for our parade information. So I suspect we're in the neighborhood of 150 to 160, because there are some entries, of course, that have come in that we did not know about. So it's probably the biggest parade Fond du Lac has ever seen, and the weather has been absolutely fantastic. The crowd is enjoying it. They're applauding the units as they go by. We think we're about maybe three-quarters of the way through this.
Did you see that 49 Mercury?
Yeah,
Wasn't
beautiful,
that beautiful?
huh?
I just noticed
Some of
that.
the beautiful, beautiful paint jobs these cars have, antique license plates. A Ford pickup truck coming into view, and a Chevrolet speaked out behind it. One of the youngsters enjoying the parade.
This must be quite a feat for Bob Samuel to be merging the different units together down at the parade beginning, which is near.
I visited with Bob on yesterday, and he was really. It's an awful lot of work that goes into a parade. I don't think people can imagine how much work it takes to merge all these units and provide the staging areas, the places for people to dress, the bands, the bathrooms, all those kinds of things. And also, you know, that we had to set up their concession areas.
I just want to remind everyone that our parade is being sponsored by the Country Store, Forest Mall, Holiday Auto, Valley Queen 2, and Wilhelm's, and we'll pause for a commercial break and be back right after this.
Quality savings and dependable service. It's Bob Wilhelm's, your quality store.
When you think of roofing and paint, glass, mirrors, doors, windows, wallpaper, tiles, you just naturally think Bob Wilhelm's Paint and Roofing, Maryland, Maine, and Fond du Lac. Bob, Carolyn, and Diane, along with their entire staff, invite you to stop in.
Dependable service. It's Bob Wilhelm's, your quality store.
Bob Wilhelm's Roofing and Paint started their store in the corner of Doty and Johnson in 1968. Later, they moved to their present location, Maryland, Maine, in May of 1972. We're a comparatively new business, saying, Happy 150th birthday, Fond du Lac.
Quality savings and dependable service. It's Bob Wilhelm's, your quality store.
What number are we on? 77?
Okay, we're coming back live to our Fond du Lac Sesquicentennial Parade. I'm Dale Simonson along with Linda Bolsey from Lakeside Cablevision. The next unit coming into view is the Triple I Oriental Band and the Mid-Eastern Belly Dance Group, sponsored by our good friends at Forest Mall. The music conductor is Clifford Schwartz, and this group is celebrating its 100th anniversary.
At least the dancers look cool.
Yes. This group marches throughout the summer march. Behind that we have the Y Yacht Hall group, Fond du Lac, and this is the group that does belly dances and also does the bellygrams, if you want to send your friend a bellygram. And behind that we have the town of Fond du Lac Fire Department, a fire engine and an equipment truck from our friends in the town of Fond du Lac. Again, this is the Fond du Lac Sesquicentennial Parade taking place in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and it's been a beautiful, beautiful day. And a nice blast in the air horn make you sit up and take notice if you were kind of dozing off along the parade route.
Dr. Chirac would not like that.
coming up, we have an entry from
The Welcome Wagon alumni?
funeral home, or from 2 Weeks Funeral Home.
Oh, what a
An
beautiful
Irish
horse.
funeral from our friends at 2 Weeks Funeral Home.
And the Irish know how to do it.
Right. And behind that we have the Dakota Disc Jockey Service Group, and that's the group from Davies Junior High. Scott Dakota's Disc Jockey Group is going to be over there. They're going to have a dance at Fairgrounds on July 3rd. The Sesqua Centennial Teen Dance. A good friend Dale Fridley was instrumental in getting that started.
And that's for
week
grades 7
you.
through 12, I
Right.
believe, isn't it?
And all area teams. You don't have to be a student of Stavish or one of our high schools. And coming up, we have the entry from Little People Daycare Center. And this is a float showing some people in early birch bark canoes, paddling and show the early trading post that was in Fond du Lac.
You know, a lot of work goes into these, all the live trees and everything that they had to arrange for. And
Boys and girls are dressed in appropriate Indian costumes, and
Trapper.
again, from Little Care. And then we have the Happy Seniors. This is a group put together from the Fond du Lac Senior Center, and they're playing a little music. Maybe we can hear a little of it. Incidentally, the Fond du Lac Senior Center is going to be having some displays at the Senior Center all during this week. And then we have the Octagon House Society and their exhibit depicting a wagon with a Civil War theme, and including some walking wounded are going to be in this.
And there's Marlene Hansen is driving, would you say driving the wagon?
Right, I guess
Driving
so.
the horse?
And behind that we have some more people from the
I believe this
Octagon
is
House
the Welcome
Society.
Wagon alumni.
Right, the
coming
Welcome
up.
Wagon alumni. An antique flower wagon with an antique park bench and the period costumes by women who are charter members of the Welcome Wagon Club. They are formed, and the group is still active today.
And right now, Marion College, serving 50 years of academic excellence in Fond du Lac.
Marion College, of course, is having a special event at Marion College tomorrow, and people are certainly invited to come out and see the display of local art and just the kind of a picnic atmosphere. You're welcome to bring your picnic lunch and have a picnic on the grounds.
It was founded in 1936. in Fond du Lac.
And more than 90% of their students are placed. That's really a good
Percentage.
rate. And then, of course, we have the credit unions, 122 years of helping people. This is the sponsor is the Merck Marine Credit Union, and they have Abe Lincoln, of course. You can see Abe Lincoln on their float, and he's going to be talking and singing with a group of people outside of a log cabin.
And I believe that Abe Lincoln is Jerry Krieger, who is one of the outstanding Krieger boys. I think Fritz Krieger and that whole gang. I don't see Fritz.
And as you actually see, we're looking at one half of the log cabin, how the log cabin
Oh, I think this is just outstanding. Outstanding float.
Fellows on the back are enjoying a little fishing today, and that's kind of a nice thing to do with their bare feet and their poles. And one of them has already caught a turtle, I see there. And the next entry coming into view is a float that we think is going to include a scene from the movie Gone with the Wind, and we believe that's the next one coming out. And this float has a theme of service is not Gone with the Wind in Fond du Lac, and it's sponsored by Holiday Inn Fond du Lac, Hensey Floral Company, U-Haul, and Cops of Oshkosh, and it depicts a theme from Gone with the Wind.
Taking place at Tara Mansion with Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler.
A lot of work went into this for all the beautiful flowers, the costumes that the people are wearing. They even have a real live tree on their float.
Oh, beautiful. And of course they're playing Tara's theme, or Tara's theme.
And then we have the entry, the horse-drawn hearse from Zacco Funeral Home, sponsored by Zacco Funeral Home.
It says the oldest family undertaker, oldest family-owned undertaker, 1857, 120 years. 129 years, I should say.
Right, and it's their fifth generation now working in this funeral home. Very elegant.
Oh, really?
Horse-drawn hearse.
Now times have changed. Now you never refer to that business as an undertaker.
Right.
It's the funeral director.
Right. And then we have the Fond du Lac Women's Chorus, sponsored by the Fond du Lac Evening Optimist. Their musical conductor is Alan Fuller, who's the music teacher for the Fond du Lac Public Schools, and hopefully they'll maybe be singing for us. We got 10 women from the chorus. Maybe we can hear them now. And the next entry is from Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Fond du Lac, and it's a pickup truck decorated with children riding and walking alongside. Big Brothers and Big Sisters, of course, provide friendship for children of single-parent families. Well, Linda, what do you think of the parade so far?
I'm loving every minute of it, really.
It's been just fantastic. It's been it's moving along swiftly. We've had no mechanical breakdowns or anything, and we have a unit coming into view on the side of on our screen that we absolutely have no idea what this is. Of course, we can see that it's a horse-drawn buggy of some kind, and we'll just take a look at it as it goes by. The people are carrying American flags.
Burroughs and Associates. Bonnie
Okay,
Burroughs and
Burroughs and
Associates.
Associates,
It's advertising and design on Macy Street. It's a lovely team.
And coming up, we have the Lions and Lioness of Fond du Lac float, sponsored by the Fond du Lac Lioness Club. It's an antique truck carrying members of the Fond du Lac Lioness Club, the Noon Lions, and the Evening Lions Club. And they're followed by a marching delegation of members dressed in costumes. And incidentally, a balloon launch is going to take place after the parade at Veterans Park, and this group is involved in that.
I hope we can see that from our vantage point.
Right,
We probably
we'll be able
can.
to too. So I think as we take a look at the Tots Buckle Up float, and behind that we have the Dean's Dodge entry. I think we'll take time out for a message from one of our fine sponsors.
Work a little, save a lot. The country store, a great way to shop. Tell all your friends and neighbors about the country store, 'cause you'll get more when you work a little. The country store.
Roger and Shirley Farrell, owners of the country store, along with Jim Holzheimer, the manager,